This video is part of the required online training course for central line insertion. Central line insertion has risks. The complications are reportable and they're not paid by insurers. Training is required for all new practitioners, including this online course and a simulation course for new trainees. New trainees must also be proctored for 5 lines at each site before they can insert lines on their own. Ultrasound is required for all routine central line insertions except in emergencies. There are various types of ultrasound machines available at UCSD, such as the Sonosite, this GEI Logic E, and the Zonari. These all basically have the same type of controls, but the layout may be different. Part 1 of this video will talk about how to use ultrasound for central line insertion.
The Sonosite Micromax ultrasound is a compact portable ultrasound unit which is capable of doing a wide variety of ultrasound techniques. It is capable of doing vascular and Doppler type ultrasounds and is quite portable and has a battery which allows it to be used at the bedside. Use of ultrasound to insert central lines has been shown to decrease the incidence of complications. The ultrasound machine to be turned on is turned on here with the power button. The machine, when turning on, will go through a self-test procedure. For central line insertion, the proper probe is the linear probe. The probe is attached to the bottom of the ultrasound machine here. Each of these probes is worth over $10,000, and they can be easily damaged by dropping them or by running over the cords with the ultrasound machine. At all times during insertion of central line, you must have control of the transducer and ensure it does not fall on the floor. And also, when moving the machine or securing it, ensure that the transducer cords are properly locked up and will not come to grief with the wheels of the machine or by being pulled out of the machine. To use the ultrasound machine, after the machine is plugged in, make sure that it is turned on. Connect the transducer at the bottom of the machine for the appropriate probe. For central line insertion, you'll be using the linear probe. Make sure that the machine is in the proper mode. It should show the vascular linear probe has been inserted. Make sure the machine is in the general mode. The mode is set down here. It should not be in MB or any other mode. The green dot indicates the index position on the probe. This is helpful for orientating yourself in terms of the machine. The green dot indicates that this is this side of the probe. Make sure that the correct date and time are shown on the machine. The patient's name should be entered by pressing the patient button. Enter the patient's name and MRN. When done, hit the patient button again, or the done button. You'll now notice the patient's name and MRN are on the image and will be preserved if the image is printed or recorded to the DVD recorder. Depth shedding should be shallow. The subclavian vein is rarely deeper than 3 to 4 centimeters, and therefore you should only have 3 to 4 centimeters of depth showing on the machine. Depth is set with the depth buttons here. The depth of the total image is indicated on the bottom. Typically 3.8, 4.7, or 5.9 is sufficiently deep for central line insertion.